What's up YouTube, Saf here on Super Saf TV and welcome to another epic Super Saf style camera comparison. This time between the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus and the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. Now a lot of you guys have asked for this to kind of see how much the S8 Plus has improved on last year's model. And in this video, as always, we'll be looking at both the front and rear facing camera, images as well as video too. Do also look out for the audio icon in the corner of the screen, and that will indicate to you which device the audio is coming from, and I'll be switching between these two to give you guys a better idea of the differences in audio as well. So currently I'm in my car. There's daylight outside, so I've got plenty of light. We're going to be heading outside and testing out the rear facing camera, doing some stabilization tests, and then moving on to low light as well. So let's get straight to it. Right, so now testing out the video while walking, just to kind of see if there's much of a difference. And let's go ahead and do a bit of a jog. You can see which one's more stable. So now testing out the video, we are filming at 4K, and this video is exported out at 1080p, but we can crop in and see the differences. Now let's take a bit of a walk. So this is a walk at 4K. Now we're at 1080p and just going to be testing out the stabilization. So I'm just walking right now, but let's just start running now and see which one of these handles the stabilization better. Indoors with two terminators and just testing out the autofocus, and super fast. That dual pixel autofocus is just second to none. Now we do have the same dual pixel autofocus on the S8 Plus as well, and as always, super duper fast. I can't really notice a difference as to which one's faster. Both are definitely the fastest out there. Now before we move on to images, looking at what we're working with here, for the rear facing cameras, we have pretty much the same setup, 12 megapixels with an f1.7 aperture and optical image stabilization. The improvements on the S8 Plus mainly come on the video stabilization side of things, as well as image processing. So we'll see how much of an effect that actually has. And we do have an upgrade in terms of the front facing camera. We've got 8 megapixels with an f1.7 aperture compared to the 5 megapixels on the S7 Edge. Now if you want to pick up a skin for your device like I have here, then definitely check out our sponsor Dbrand. It's a great way to customize your phone, and I'll be leaving a link to them in the description below. One last thing to mention is that all the images taken have been taken on auto. I haven't tweaked any of the settings just to make it as fair as possible, because this is how most people shoot. So starting off with some selfies in good light, both doing really good here. Dynamic range seems about similar for both. They have blown out some of those highlights in the clouds, but generally speaking, both are pretty good. The S7 is wider. Now I know some of you guys like this because of your group selfies, but it can sometimes cause some distortion towards the sides, which I believe is why for the S8 Plus this is not as wide. And I personally like the colors a little bit better here on the S8 Plus. The skin tones just look a little bit better here to me. And if we go in 100%, here is where you're going to notice the detail, because you have 8 megapixels versus 5 megapixels. So you are going to be able to crop in much further on the S8. And testing out an image in low light. Here, once again, I do prefer the S8 image. It's slightly brighter. And using the front-facing flash, I think I would say they're around about the same here. You can really notice the wide-angle camera of the S7 Edge. And this is the distortion that I'm talking about. Like, look at my arms. They kind of look a little bit unnatural. So this is the reason why I'm assuming that Samsung have kind of opted for something a little less wide. Now moving on to some outdoor shots. Both are doing great here. Lots of detail, nice shallow depth of field. The colors on the S8 Plus just seem a little bit more punchy here. And if we go in 100%, once again, lots and lots of detail. Now an outdoor wide image, very similar here. I really can't tell much difference. Both are doing good, and the dynamic range also seems similar. Another outdoor wide image, both once again very similar. Going in 100%, I think the S8 Plus might just have a little bit better dynamic range. You can see a little bit more detail in those shadows, but the S7 Edge is still doing a great job. Now to really test things out, let's go to low light situations. So low light indoors, I think both are doing good. The S8 Plus does seem a tad bright to me. To take the test even further, went outdoors at night, and both seem to be doing really well here. Going in 100% is where you actually notice the image processing of the S8 Plus. You can see the text here is sharper on the S8 Plus compared to the S7 Edge. Finally, an image with flash, I think both are doing okay here. I actually like the colors a little bit better here on the S7 Edge, but I think that's really minor. Generally speaking, they both are doing very similar. So that's it, guys. That's a super SAF style camera comparison between the S7 Edge and the Samsung Galaxy S8 Plus. In terms of images, the S8 Plus, you do have improved selfies with 8 megapixels, but the S7 Edge is wider. So if you like those Wi-Fi's or groupies, then this is something to bear in mind with the S7 Edge. When it came to outdoor images from the rear-facing camera, both were pretty much neck and neck. The S8 Plus is slightly better in low light. But realistically speaking, I think the main improvements here come in terms of video, both for the front and rear facing cameras. You'll notice that the S8 Plus was more stable from the front facing camera when it came to the video. And when we were filming from the rear facing cameras at 4K, then once again, the S8 Plus was much more stable. For the autofocus and audio, I really couldn't notice much of a difference. I would say they're pretty much the same here. So is it worth upgrading from the S7 or S7 Edge to the S8 or S8 Plus just for the cameras? Well, if you're somebody who maybe vlogs and takes lots of video on your smartphone, then possibly, but generally speaking, the S7 Edge does still have some great cameras, and if you are thinking of upgrading, it will be for some of the other features such as that display. That's what I think anyway. What do you think? Drop me a comment below, let me know your thoughts. If you want to check out more images from lots of devices, then definitely give me a follow on Instagram. I'm at SuperSafTV. I hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. If you did, then please do hit that thumbs up button for me, it really does help me out. And if you haven't already, then be sure to subscribe and switch on notifications because there's plenty more content coming up on here. Thanks for watching. This is Saf on SuperSafTV, and I'll see you next time.